Hey gamers, welcome to another video in my channel, and today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to tell you guys and girls my story playing Resident Evil, how my passion for this series started, and the games I love the most. Resident Evil is possibly my second favorite series after Zelda, but I only started playing in 2002, because I never had a PlayStation 1 and 2, and my first contact with this series was Resident Evil Code Veronica in the Dreamcast. I love the involvement, the horror, the puzzles, the strategy. I love the story about the Ashford family, and it could be because of the nostalgic, but it is still possible my favorite title in the series, and Claire by far my favorite character. It was not an easy game, I struggled to finish. I was often lost without advancing in the game, and the ammunition was very limited. But it was very rewarding to finish a tough game like this. Later, I also bought it for the GameCube and PlayStation 3, and I loved the game so much that my next two picks were Resident Evil 2 and 3, also in the Dreamcast. And I started to love this series even more after playing Resident Evil 2. What a fantastic game! We can play with two different characters in two different campaigns. We can play with my beloved Claire and Leon, that I also like it very much. The puzzles and the strategy is still there. We also have to find items to proceed in the game, and although I prefer the story in Code Veronica, I also love Resident Evil 2 very much. And after finish the two campaigns, I start playing Resident Evil 3. That is still today one of my least favorites. The game is more action oriented, and we are always running away from Nemesis, who is invulnerable to our bullets, except when he appears as a boss, which I find stupid and boring. Meanwhile, I bought the Nintendo GameCube to play the remake of the first Resident Evil, and I love it. I really love it. And during the years, I bought the game also for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 and PC. I love the new graphics, and I still love the fixed cameras. The mansion was huge, with lots of secret pets. I love the faster and much more aggressive zombies, and the involvement in places such as a graveyard, the water tank when we fight a huge shark, the library where we fight a huge snake. Everything in this game was creepy and remind me of the 80s horror movies. Next, I play Resident Evil 0, and I love the two playable characters, Rebecca and Billy. The game starts very well in the train, but honestly, I didn't like switching the characters and not having the box to store the items. The bosses, in my opinion, were not as good as the previous games that I played, but overall, I like it and I finished it a few times during the years. Next, as you may predict, I bought Resident Evil 4, that won many gaming awards, and is still today a fan favorite. For me, I didn't like it very much. Capcom changed the direction of the game from a survivor horror to a third-person shooter, and yet I admitted that the game was very well made. It was not a Resident Evil for me. Then I didn't like the Nintendo Wii that much, but I still play and finish the Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles, that are two on-rail light gun shooters, just like the House of the Dead and Virtua Cops. Honestly, I like both and I finish it more than once, but like I said before, I didn't like the Wii that much, and I wanted to play Street Fighter 4 and of course Resident Evil 5. So I bought my first PlayStation, the PlayStation 3, and just like 4, 5 is a third-person shooter. Honestly, as I was already aware of that, I didn't dislike the game, despite the old ones being my favorites. The controls were superior to Resident Evil 4, and because I like Chris, I accept the game. But the same did happen with Resident Evil 6, that is probably my least favorite in the series. I really like the controls, but everything else was awful, and I only play and finish once. And when my hope of having a Resident Evil like the old ones are fading away, I bought Resident Evil Revelations for the Nintendo 3DS, and I loved the game so much that I also bought it for the Wii U, PlayStation 4 and PC. The series came back to the survivor horror roots, but obviously with a modern gameplay. I love the cruise ship, and we have puzzles to resolve. It was a perfect combination between the old Resident Evils and the modern ones, and I was very hyped when Revelations 2 was announced. They bring back Claire, but in my opinion the game was not as good as the first one, but I still enjoy it more than Resident Evil 4, 5 and 6. And yet the worst was yet to come. Resident Evil 7. I hate it. I really hate it. I hated playing a Resident Evil in first person, and I didn't even care about buying the game. I only bought it a few years ago for PC because it only cost me 9 euros, and for what I like it was still expensive. I remember I reached a part that I was running and hiding from an old lady. I killed nemesis, huge snakes, sharks, huge tyrants in the past, and now I'm running from an old lady? So I gave up the game. And when I was losing hope for the series, Capcom released the remake of Resident Evil 2, that I love it. It is one of the best games ever made, and I love everything but everything about the game. I wouldn't change a thing, the game is perfect. Modern controls, great involvement, atmosphere, enemies, bosses, the voice acting is great, Claire is gorgeous, Leon and Ada are also gorgeous, but I love Claire the most. And I played the game for months, even after I finished countless times. Then Capcom released the remake of Resident Evil 3, that, as we know, was not one of my favorites in the series. But this remake, although is not as good as the second one in my opinion, it was acceptable. They cut some parts from the original, it was a bit of a lazy remake, and the developers did not dedicate themselves to the game as they did in the remake of the first and second. But overall, I like it. And then, another first-person shooter. And no, it was not Doom or Halo. It was Resident Evil 8 Village. And again, I didn't care about it. But 1 year after the release, Capcom released the Golden Edition for the PlayStation 5, with the option to play in third person. So obvious, I bought the game, and I admit it, I love it. It gave me a little Resident Evil 4 vibes with the European setting. Even the involvement was a little like Resident Evil 4, but it had puzzles and mission to explore, a family of vampires, werewolves, and I admit it is one of my favorites in the series. Then, in 2023, we saw the release of another remake, the fourth one, and honestly, I like it. I enjoy it more than the original. If someone asked me my top 5 Resident Evil games, I would say Code Veronica, 2 Remake, Revelations 1, Resident Evil 1 Remake and Village. Now, I still haven't lost hope for the remake of Code Veronica, and please Capcom, please, don't make 9 a first-person shooter. So that's it gamers, I hope you like my story playing Resident Evil. Please let me know in the comments your favorites too. As always, I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.